Hard work alone won't make you rich. If it did, the hardest workers would be on top. So what actually creates wealth? Here is the exact simple blueprint you need to start using today instead of aimlessly just working hard. First of all, you have to be smart. Be intentional with your energy and don't be mindless in what you do on a daily basis. Think about this as an example. You're a character in a video game, and each day you have a set amount of energy points, which are used to complete activities throughout the day. But the catch is, each activity gives you a different amount of XP. What's your strategy? Obviously, it's to distribute your energy in an efficient way, which will give you the most XP each day. You should be treating your life the same way. Why would you spend most of your energy for the day on something that won't even benefit you in the long term? A financial step you must take is to stop the microtransactions. Stop paying for things like subscriptions you don't even use anymore, express delivery, coffees in the morning that you don't even need. It may not seem like it, but all of these things add up. Microtransactions are one of the biggest traps in your early days of building wealth. Let's break down the monthly numbers in an example. A $4 coffee, Monday to Friday, for a month is $80, plus a $20 Netflix subscription which you haven't even used since Squid Games. This all adds up to at least $100 per month. You might not think this is that crazy, but let me reframe for a second. $100 invested monthly into the S&P 500 for 40 years, which tracks America's 500 biggest companies, would amount to over $600,000. Bear in mind, that's around $580,000 in pure profit. See now, if you've got a bit more XP and you've been watching Koby, you would know to invest another $100, and in 40 years, you would have approximately $1.2 million. Practically double, simply by not feeding into microtransactions and reframing. If you follow this framework, this is quite literally the bare minimum and worst outcome for you. $1.2 million for retirement. But who wants to have a crazy amount of money when they're old and grey? I can hear you guys already. I want it now. Slow down, buddy. You have to learn to ride a bike with stabilizers or you'll fall flat on your face. Just keep up with the wealth playlist and I'll do my best to give you the knowledge you need to become the best you and the richest you. Now, cutting out microtransactions is great defense, but defense doesn't win you games. You have to attack, which brings me to my next point. Invest as aggressively as possible. Every spare dollar you get, put it into the stock market. Hot take, but you shouldn't have a crazy amount of savings. Inflation just eats it alive, which is something I spoke about in one of my last videos. If you put $1,000 into the stock market versus $1,000 into a saving account for 10 years, I'm assuming you can read, so you know the clear winner. Your priority is investing. The whole rainy day fund thing is kind of a foreign concept to me. You shouldn't be hoarding cash. In the case of an emergency, you should have a decent amount of savings that's able to handle it. In the worst possible case, there should be cash in your investing brokerage account that you can turn to, which means you wouldn't have to sell any of your stocks at a potential loss. You understand that you have to invest aggressively, but now you're probably thinking, that sounds great, Koby, but how can I invest aggressively if I don't have any money or don't even have a job? I'm unemployed. Your head's in the right place. There's two things to think about: increasing your income earning potential and acquiring skills. First of all, income. The most common source of it is a job. Most people are capped at a certain salary early based on their profile as an employee. For example, someone with a degree versus someone with a master's degree. Who is a company gonna trust more and therefore pay more? One more year in school and you've put yourself in a significantly better position, but that's only half the story. You've probably heard of high value skills. You see, your salary and income will do the job. It will pay the bills. You can invest a bit more and maybe you'll even reach that $1.2 million figure. But there's an elephant in the room. We want more. Yes, me and you. And in order to do that, you have to acquire skills that you can leverage. Think about learning how to code, not vibe code. Actually try to understand how algorithms work. If you want to go into finance because of the Wolf of Wall Street, take an accounting course. It will make you stand out. Plus, you can use those skills in your own life with your own money. So, what's the downside? Doing all of this takes initiative and it's not easy to keep going when you think you're in a losing position. I would hate to be an investor during the dot-com bubble because people genuinely lost their life savings. But on the other side of the coin, it was a huge opportunity. Historic lows allow for historic returns. Don't make the mistake of quitting. You could cut out microtransactions and not see a noticeable change in your bank account for up to a year and think to yourself, why did I listen to this Koby bozo? Before you flame me, it's all about the smallest bits of progress each day. Just make a few decent decisions each day and you'll end up net positive. That's pretty much how the game of life works. At the end of the day, getting rich is as simple as being deliberate with your energy. Cut the microtransactions. Stop hoarding cash in savings accounts and actually put it in the market. And lastly, double down on yourself. Build high leverage skills and position yourself to increase your income earning potential or even make money for yourself. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and make sure to watch the rest of the wealth playlist. More is coming. Work smart and keep stacking. See you in the next one.